Welcome. This is kvci.blogspot.com, George Boston Rhymes, in Valdosta, Georgia. On YouTube, Boston G.B.R. or kvci.blogspot.com. We hear much talk, many quoting today that Martin Luther King Jr. perhaps best quote is that my three little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We hear many people's quoting as if though that is perhaps the most distinguished quote from the Honorable Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In coming weeks leading up to the elections of 2012, I want to give Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, black female columnist Star Parker, Cal Thomas, and others who often quote about Dr. King's words wherein he said that my three little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I took this challenge on to help educate some segments of our community because this quote was used at a Valdosta City School Board of Education meeting by one of our board members. And so today I want to say to you, yes, he got that quote right. But I want to share this day a few other quotes that some seems to ignore. Listen, please, to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., just a few more quotes, and we're going to be giving you more. For the quote about the color of the skin is not the only quote by the Honorable Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King also said that he who gets behind in a race, he who gets behind in a race will forever remain behind unless something is done to help him to catch up. In essence, he said, if you hold a man back for 200, 300, or 400 years in the race of life, and if something is not done to help him to catch up with you, because you did not have those impediments, then he will forever remain behind. Dr. King also said these words, and we're going to close this out, and I believe this is applicable to those who cannot find anything positive to say. Nothing positive to say about the 44th President of the United States of America. What did King say? Beyond his children not being judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Listen, please.
So firm in the way of love and nonviolence in our struggle. We're not going to this battle hate and fight. It doesn't have the hater and it doesn't have the person who is hated. There's something about hate that hurts the hater. Somebody must have the power to transform through love. You just hate somebody, and you are as uncomfortable and as frustrated as the person you hate.
And so, could it be possible? Because of hate, could it be possible? Just a possibility. Could it be that hate could cause a person to look at a good president and call him a bad president, and that he can't do anything right, as if the God of creation made his first mistake? Think about it and tell somebody else about these quotes. This is kvci.blogspot.com, YouTube Boston G.B.R, George Boston Rhymes in Valdosta, Georgia, keeping you informed, because this is what we do and this is the way we get it done. Bye-bye. Go.